Welcome to episode 5 of the Organized Frenzy podcast. Oh my god. I'm Natasha. I live in Welland, Ontario, Canada with my boyfriend Jesse and our 3 cats. I think one's gonna join us today. Simba, here. And this podcast is about knitting. Here's Simba. Hi. He loves cuddles. We're getting so distracted. You can find me on Instagram as Organized Frenzy. On Ravelry as Natasha Hillier. And I also have a group on Ravelry called the Organized Frenzy Podcast. So I had said that I was going to do kind of a vlog style for this episode, but I am no good at filming video for a vlog. What are you doing? So I just figured I would record a bit and just have it as like a, okay, ow. Kind of, he likes to hang out there. Have it as kind of a regular episode with some footage at the end. Let me just grab my clipboard here so I can see, remind myself what I wanted to talk about. Okay, so I'm just going right into finished objects. These are my sister's socks. I blocked them kind of quickly. I finished them on New Year's Day. Yeah. So this is the kind of pattern, and I contrast heel. I normally do a bit of a gusset, but I just was too lazy to do it with this one. So I put the heel right in the middle of the 2 gray and dotted stripes so that it wouldn't be purple next to purple. There was a lot of math involved in figuring this out. I knew my gauge beforehand and I know how long I do the toe and stuff. So there's a bit of math in figuring that out. But I said I was going to mail these to her and I haven't done that yet. I'll do it soon. I have a couple other hats to mail out as well to my uncles. But yeah, that's my big finished object. The other things that I've been working on are just whips right now. What are you doing, bud? I'm just gonna show you. Oh, okay, so while I was in Montreal, I went to Espace Tricot and I got some new pins. What didn't need anymore? There's some coming from Etsy. This light, holy. So those are the 3 that I got while I was there. I also got some new darning needles. I got some yarn, but I'll show that as I start to knit with it. The darning needles I got, I mean, I already had 2. I think they're from Walmart. It was this as a set, or maybe, I think Michael's. Susan Bates or something? Is that pink wrapper? I don't really know. Bent tip, which I love. This is the one I normally use for socks with fingering weight. This one I've only ever used like twice. It's just so big. But so I saw this set of Clover bent tip here it is in comparison. So the tip isn't quite as bent, which I don't mind. Here's this giant. So had two of this size and one of the smaller size. Smaller size is quite small. I'd be good to use this with like a lace weight yarn. This bigger one, like I said, there was two. Oh, I forgot to get something. I'll run to my room and grab something else to show you as well in a minute. I took one out for like a travel notions container thing. The rest I'm just leaving in here in my bag. Okay, so in this bag is my Christmas socks. Here they are. So I was here last time. They are just vanilla, so it went quite quickly. The speckling is so even. This is Lizzie Ann yarns. I don't know where the label is. Lizzie Ann yarns in the Holly Berry sock set. So it came with, I've split this, 100 grams of this speckly, a little 20 gram mini of the red, and 20 gram mini of this green. So this sock, I'm going to do a red heel, and this sock, I'm going to do a green heel, and I'm going to do just a couple rows at the end of the cuff and everything. You'll see when I get there. So we have these crazy stitch markers on here because I've decided I'm going to do an afterthought heel. I bought the Smooth Operator socks from Susan B. Anderson a couple weeks ago when she had like a sale for Christmas, and I haven't used it yet, but I figured that would be a great sock to try because it's just vanilla. I don't know. I just made it. So that's why I have those stitch markers there, because I'm almost ready to mark off where the heel's gonna be. Her instructions are for cuff down, so I had to kind of do a bit of math and figure out where I was gonna put the heel in my toe up socks. So I'm just using my sock ruler to keep measuring where I am, and we'll see. So I'm gonna do an afterthought heel. I'm not putting in a piece of scrap yarn, I forgot to say that. I'm just gonna cut my knitting. Oh gosh, I'm excited, but it's a different heel, so we'll see how it turns out, right? So that's one whip. Another whip, which I'm sure you know, it's my Comfort Fade Cardi. I knit so much on this. Okay, knitting needles. I'm using my favorite knitting needles for projects. Knitter's Pride Platina. Nova Platina, I think. So this, I'm using 3.75 millimeters. I think I told you how I had to swatch 3 times for this cardigan. Yeah, my gauge was just too loose with the 4 millimeters, so we couldn't do that. Otherwise my cardigan would have been huge. And I'm making the XL, not the XXL. I measured again because I was like, okay, I just want to be sure. Measured again. No, just the XL is going to fit me. Plus, if I need to block it out more, I can. But I don't know why I said I was going to make XXL. Like, when I measured myself, I was right within the XL. So, don't need one of the balls of yarn that I have, but I'll probably do like a hat or something with it. Okay, so I put my progress keeper right at the beginning, but this is what I have so far. So I'm separated for the sleeves already. And I'm just working on the body of the sweater. So here's my first fade. I'm working on the second fade, so you can see a little bit there. It's on this side, I'm sure you can see it more. Yeah. So I'm loving knitting with this loving knitting on this. One, because the yarn is amazing. Two, it's just so easy. It's just stockinette. I'm gonna move my stitch marker now so I don't forget. The pattern is easy to follow along with. Whenever there's a pattern that has you repeating, I always get, I don't know if this is giving anything away, but I just draw little squares and kind of write inside what needs to be done in that row or that ridge. Usually is how I, one square per ridge. And get on here. And I write, so for example with the color changes, the fades and stuff, I write down what color per thing, and then I write what the stitch count is, and then I can kind of just keep track of myself as I'm knitting along. I did a lot of that knitting in the car, so I wasn't getting motion sick or anything while knitting in the car. On the way there, on the way back, I felt like I had a bit of a headache, so I couldn't really focus on it. Anyways, so I've got a lot of that done. I think I should have checked my thing to see. Maybe like 14-15 hours of knitting so far. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. The purl rows I don't love as much as the knit rows. But the way that I purl, because I flick, it's like a similar motion. Because I don't let go of my yarn, it's very similar. So I'm quite fast at that as well. So it's not like it drags on or anything. It's just not as comfortable. It's like if regular knitting is 10 out of 10, purling is like 9 out of 10. Like it's not, whatever. Okay, so let me just run to my room and grab something. Okay, so this is a little Travel Notions container that I have just a few supplies in. So I should show you how you open it. So it's really cool. So this container is by Human Gear. And it's watertight. And you just squeeze the sides to release the pressure or whatever, and then it opens up this container, which I have some things in. So I'll tell you what I've got in here. One is my tapestry needle. I also have some snips. These are the octopus ones. These are the first pair of snips that I got, and they're not as sharp as the second pair that I have. Like, you kind of have to hold the yarn tight, or what I just do, I put it through there, pull it, and then snip. whatever. It's fine for traveling. And then I've got some stitch markers, so just those bulb ones with some beads. And 3 progress keepers that I don't use regularly, but these are the ones that are like the earrings, and they're my favorite kind actually, because they open up wide enough and they're curved and you can just hook it in there. They're light, there's no fiddling and breaking your nails. This one's a heart. It's cute, but see how this, when it opens, it's fine. And then it doesn't close all the way. You have to like push this up. So it's kind of annoying. I just put this together so I would have something. My mom got these cases for me for Christmas. Jessie got a couple as well. Just from Lee Valley. So they make a smaller one, which I put all of my bulb pins in. So just a little small one. It's right here actually. This is the hand cream that I use, Charity Pot by Lush. Who uses hand cream like this? Okay, you're not carrying that giant container around. So, for my purse, I have one of those small ones. I just scoop some out periodically and refill that little container, and it's just like a nice travel size thing. I love this cream. Okay, so that's something else that I wanted to talk about. Let's do this. So this is a new cute little bag that I got. I think the Etsy shop is My Little Poppy Seed. Anyways, you know what this is. 9-inch circulars. Okay, I got these a while ago. These are ChiaoGoo. I tried the Addi Sharps. The needle length is slightly different. I'm just gonna get it. Here is the two side by side. So one's 2.5 millimeters, one's 2 millimeters. The Addi is slightly longer actually. The cord, of course, is an Addi cord. This is the ChiaoGoo cord. And let's compare. So there's the ChiaoGoo, maybe like 5 millimeters, not even, like 2 millimeters longer. Addi's sharper, but some people have said that that tiny little difference in length makes the difference. I tried these, I hated them. I do want to like 9-inch circulars because it's so portable. Like, look at this tiny bag. Okay, so in here is the yarn that I have from my very first pair of socks that were not successful. Just gonna put the notions in there. So I'm just gonna try them. I'm gonna force myself to knit on it a little bit at a time. Nothing too crazy. And see how it goes. I love Magic Loop. I don't want to knit in just the 9-inch circulars. Because a lot of the socks I do are patterned, I think it's a little bit more tricky to do patterns in such tight, I don't know. Plus it's, I know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But that's going to be my kind of project thing, I guess, for 2018. I'm going to try that out. Something else, I talked about this last time, that my Swift was on its way. My boyfriend's home right now, and he's in the living room, which is underneath this room. He's probably thinking, why are you rolling around? Actually, he knows I'm filming, so. Okay, so it's Stanwood Needlecraft. And it's 2 pieces. Some little stoppers on the bottom, but they fit together like this. And there's instructions that come with it. And there's 4 long pegs and 1 short peg. So you put this together, you put that in there, similar to how those fit in together. There's 2 big rods. This one's got the lengths measured on it, so that's on the top, that's on the bottom, and you literally just, see, all I can do is rest it on there, and that's the Swift. Depending on your yarn, you put these here like this, and then it just goes around. So I used it once just before we left. I wound up just actually that ball. It's Hedgehog Fibers sock yarn in the colorway Bounce. I did post a picture on Instagram just to kind of see what it was like. Being that it's wood just on wood, it could be a little bit smoother, but I didn't have any issues with it getting caught on anything because it literally just sits there. And look how long these pegs are. Like, your skinny yarn could be like 500 grams and it would still fit on here. Oh, I'm so happy with it. I gotta wind some more yarn soon. So it's my new Swift. I also got a sewing machine for Christmas. That was from Jessie, so I love it. I set it up last night and I sewed for like 2.5 hours. And he was sitting with me like the whole time because I said, oh, just come up, like we'll try it out and see how it goes. And I just got some fabric from Walmart. I just have it in this little bucket. Some of it I've already used, but it's just like these pre-cut squares. They're 18 inches by 21 inches. And some, lining, zipper, matching thread. So, you know, obviously I was trying to make a project bag. There's one already there. You can see my pile of, I failed really badly. It did not turn out well. Like I said, it was like 2.5 hours. I'm not even gonna bother showing it because it's embarrassing. I kind of used a pattern, kind of didn't. Maybe I should use a pattern. But I mean, I liked it, I think, the sewing. For the most part, so far, anyways. It's hard to get everything lined up and to, like, there's a lot of pieces, and I forgot to, oh, this is from, I forgot to open my zipper after I had sewn all the sides and everything together. yeah, I had to rip the one side seam so that I could kind of like get in there and open the zipper and then finally finish it. Yeah. I'm not gonna do it again today. I'm not gonna sew anymore today because today's Jesse's birthday, so we're just gonna kind of take it easy and watch some TV, and I'm just gonna knit, probably on my Comfort Big Cardi. But I did enjoy it. So the little bag that I made is like half the size of this. Like, it was supposed to be a good size project bag, and it's not. Or it's supposed to be like a mini project bag. It's more like an Ocean's pouch. I tried to do too much in one. I think I'm just gonna go easy. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna take it apart and reuse the zipper, and try and do just a little pouch, like a flat pouch with just a zipper at the top. Because I do have some leftover fabric from that. And I have more fabric that I just showed you. So that I'm going to try really hard to turn into a project bag, and we'll see how that goes. But it's quite the adventure. So yeah, so that was what I did yesterday. I don't really knit too much yesterday because I was sewing and we were driving back from Toronto. But I will talk about Knittertainment next. And Jesse and I started watching Boy Meets World. So we started watching that, and I think there's 6 seasons or 7 or 8 seasons, something like that. And we're already on like halfway through season 2 because they're short episodes, so it's easy to watch. But that's actually what we're gonna watch today. And I finished Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the audiobook. So we started on Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which is number 6. So it's like, oh my gosh, I have to like pace myself because it's so intense now. If you've read Harry Potter or you've seen the books, you'll know, or seen the movies, you will know. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't, but if you haven't, what are you doing with your life? So I'm doing that, and I haven't really watched too much else. It's mostly just been that. Actually, this is funny. While we were in Montreal, our place had Netflix, and so we're like, oh, what should we watch? There's no Boy Meets World on there, and anyways, there's a new Netflix original called Big Mouth, and we watched it all. It is very vulgar, like very sexual. It's about these boys in grade 6 or whatever. It's like an animation going through puberty. There's a couple girls in there as well, but yeah, not for the faint of heart. It was funny for the most part. Some stuff is like really out there, but we watched that. And we watched Zootopia, and that was really cute. Jesse liked it. But yeah, that's what we did while we were in Montreal. And yeah. So last thing I'm going to talk about is those knitting lessons that I've got planned. So I went to Walmart yesterday and I just got a ball of, just like a 100-gram ball of yarn, and I think it's 80% acrylic, 20% wool. I got a set of 5mm, it's worsted weight, set of 5mm bamboo DPNs, and one crochet hook, 4.5mm. I put together these little kits. So there's 2 girls that I'm teaching to knit. So I split the ball in half. I cast on and I knit like 3 rows, and I knit to halfway through the row so that they could start in the middle. And I also got a ball of cotton each for a dishcloth, and like I said, the crochet hook. So I figure we will start with the basics, just knit, stitch, and maybe some terminology, and just tell them the different types of yarn. I don't want to overwhelm them. But then I also got a set of circular needles. Now this cord was bent like crazy, like this, when I was trying to knit with it. It was terrible. So I just got a big bowl, filled it with some hot water, boiling water, put the cord in, like dipped everything in, and then just held it out kind of like rounded like this. So I knit up a little sample, and I should have chose a brighter colored yarn, but this is what I had. Half of it's stockinette and half of it's garter. So I'm just going to show them the difference, but we're just going to be practicing the knit stitch first. Depending on how long it's taking them to feel comfortable with that, I might teach them purl the same day. We're going to do it on Wednesday, so today's Monday, so in 2 days. I might show them how to purl, but I don't know. It tends to like throw you off, so I might only just teach them the knit stitch for now. But I'm very excited to do that. If it's something that they enjoy doing and they want to stick to it, then you know, I'll be here to guide them and everything and share what I know. Otherwise, it's just something fun to do. But yeah, so I picked up that little bit of stuff yesterday. It's weird to use those knitting needles. I think they are metal. They look plastic, but then I like when you're knitting with them, it sounds metal, like it's just plated with something. It is weird to use those needles because they were $5 versus the needles that I use, which are not $5. But I also got those needles so that they can like feel the difference in something that's a bit smoother versus the bamboo, which has a bit more grip. So yeah, I think we're gonna try doing a little coaster first, like I'm just gonna do it like the size of a swatch and have them do the garter border. And we get them to cast on, do the knitting stuff, and then cast off. So that's why I got the cotton yarn. But we will see how all of that goes. I just wanted to film a little bit of a quicker episode so I could just go hang out. And yeah, I'll be back next week to update with my progress on those Christmas socks and on my cardigan. I love it. I'm so excited to be finished it and to wear it. But the whole process I'm enjoying as well. You'll notice my wrist is bare today. I usually have my wrist ruler on, and I left it in Montreal. So we stayed at an Airbnb, so I messaged them as soon as I realized, and it was like 20 minutes away. So I messaged them and said, you know, I think this is exactly where it is. Please mail it to me. Like, I will mail it back, or I'll send you money for the stamp that it costs to mail it to me. And I think they said they're going to the post office today. I haven't heard anything yet, but we will see. So yeah, thanks for joining me for episode 5. I'm gonna put some footage of our trip, my poor attempt at a vlog. I'm gonna put that footage in now. Skip if you don't want to watch it. It's not the most exciting, but I went to Espace-Tricot and you can kind of see the drive that we did. It took us about 6.5 hours to get there. Maybe just closer to 7 with a couple stops for gas and lunch and stuff. I loved Montreal though. I want to go back for a longer time. We were only there for 3 days, well, 3 nights. But I would want to go back for at least a week next time so that we have more time to experience things and we're not so, you know, you don't feel like you have to cram everything in. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.